Hi, this is Miss Branham. I'm showing you today how to look at mixed numbers and improper fractions, how to think about them interchangeably. So the students know that a mixed number is when they have a whole number. For instance, 2 3/4 represents two wholes. Those are two whole bars. They would all be shaded in or represented. And then 3/4 means this is broken into fourths, and we're looking at three of these parts. Together this represents 2. This would be 3/4, so together it's 2 3/4. They can also think about this as an improper fraction where they count all of the parts and write them with a greater numerator than the denominator. For instance, if this were an improper fraction, because our denominator is 4, that means that these would be broken into fourths, which then gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, 9, 10, 11, 11 parts, and 4 is your denominator. Those are the same fractions, they're just written different ways. This is the mixed number form of that improper fraction. So now I'm going to show you what we're doing in class, where we take an improper fraction like 7/4 and we use what's called the division rule to turn that into a mixed number. So with the division rule, the students look at this improper fraction and they think 7 divided by 4, this fraction bar we tell them represents divided by, 7 divided by 4. So when we do that, we want to know how many groups of 4 we can get from 7, how many whole groups of 4. If you're skip counting by 4s, I can go 4, I can't go to 8 because I don't have enough, so I would have one whole group. And then when you subtract that group of 4, 4 times 1 is that 4, with 3 left. As a mixed number, we use this to help us create the mixed number. I know I made one whole group, I have 3 left over, and 4 is my denominator. They can do this, the more they get used to this, the easier this will be, but we also want them to use it with the picture. So if they're trying to make 7/4, then we would have a bar, it would be broken into fourths, and I need 7 parts shaded all together. So we can only get 1, 2, 3, 4 out of this one, so we make another fraction bar of the same length, 5, 6, 7. Through my picture I can see that I have one whole, 1, 2, 3 out of 4, put those together and you have 1 3/4, which is the same thing we did with our division rule. So they use this to check that. Or if this completely throws them off, then just draw the picture. That is fine with me too. Let's practice another one of those. This one we're going to do 21/9. This is an improper fraction because our numerator is greater than our denominator. And we say in class, this means 21 divided by 9. So when we do 21 divided by 9, how many groups of 9 can we get from 21? 9, 18, I can't go to 27, so I would have 2 whole groups. 9 times 2, or 9 groups, 2 groups of 9 would be 18. When we subtract that to see how many are left, we've got 3 left over. So how do we use this to make it a mixed number? We say that I have 2 whole groups, or 2 whole fraction bars. I have 3 parts left over out of 9 altogether. They might be asked to put that in simplest form, in which case they would divide their numerator and denominator by 3 and get 2 1/3. To look at this as in the pictorial representation, I know that altogether I want to have 21 parts on my picture, 21 parts shaded in. So I have a bar, it's going to be broken into ninths. In this first one, I'm going to have all 9 of them shaded in because I need 21 altogether. So this is 9. Another one, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need another bar to show the rest. That was 18, 19, 20, 21. And then I have 2 whole bars shaded. That's my 2. And then I have 3 parts here out of 9. So this would be 2 3/9, which is what this division just showed us up here. Okay? And then you could simplify this as well if you divided both by 3, because 3 is your common factor. you would have 1/3. Okay? So if we can turn improper fractions into mixed number with the division rule, then we're going to turn mixed numbers into improper fractions with the multiplication rule. And I will show you how that works right now. So if we had the mixed number 3 and 2/5, the students know that this would represent 3 whole groups, and then 2/5 means 2 parts out of 5 equal parts. So as a picture, this would be 3 whole bars that would all be shaded in, and then I would also have this last bar broken into fifths. This is 1, 2, because my numerator is 2. So we use the multiplication rule to turn this mixed number into an improper fraction. This means that I have 3 whole groups with 5 in each group. So they would do 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 is still your denominator, plus the fraction, these 2 fifths would give me 17 fifths. They can use the picture to help because these are broken into fifths because your denominator is fifths here. Whatever your denominator is here, it's going to be for all of these. So this is fifths, this is fifths, those would be broken into fifths. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts out of 5, 5 out of 5, and then this last one only has 2 out of 5. So if we wanted to do it that way, you could, and you would just add up all of your 5 fifths. And 5 fifths equals 1 whole. I have 1, 2, 3 wholes, plus these 2 fifths, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 fifths. This is all the same thing, it's just different ways of representing it. Instead of doing 5, 5, and 5, the multiplication rule shows them that they can do 3 groups of 5, or 3 times 5 to get that 15. And then they have to add the fraction to that. And the picture, of course, is something I love to see on every problem. Okay, and the last one I'm going to do for you is 4 and 1/6. So this means that we have 4 whole groups, and then we're adding the fraction, the 1/6 to that. So if we were just going to use the multiplication rule, I would say I have 4 groups of 6. Well, I know that 4 times 6 is 24. So I've got 24 sixths plus this fraction, 1/6. So then 4 and 1/6 is equal to 25 sixths. If they were to do this in the picture, they would have 4 whole bars. And then they would also have to represent that 1/6. How do I want to do this? There's that 1/6 is this last one. These are your 4. In order to turn these into improper fractions, we have to turn them into fractions. So these would be broken into 6. These, of course, are equal parts that I'm drawing here, except that I'm going quickly. So they're not exactly equal, but they should be, because the students know that fractions are composed of equal parts. So this one, if the whole thing was shaded in, because these are 4 whole bars, 4 holes, this would be 6 out of 6 equal parts, 6 out of 6, 6 out of 6, and another 6 out of 6, which makes 6, 12, 18, 24, and one more makes 25 sixths. I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have questions or concerns or comments or feedback. I would appreciate all of it. Thank you. I hope you have a good day.